Okay guys, this video is not sponsored by Chuck E. Cheese. I'm making this video purely because I want to get to the bottom of this Shane Dawson Chuck E. Cheese pizza conspiracy theory. So Shane Dawson recently released a conspiracy video that has over 17 million views in 2 days. In that video, he investigates a theory about Chuck E. Cheese and he sort of concludes that they're taking leftover pizza and making new pies out of it. The only problem is that he never actually confirms it. A lot of people are freaking out about it, but I don't believe it just yet. I have a lot of questions. It doesn't make business sense to me, first of all. I don't know why a business would take leftover pizza when they can just make another one for a low cost. Also, I've been reading online, a lot of ex-employees have been denying these accusations. Why would somebody who worked at Chuck E. Cheese 10 years ago want to lie about this? Also, I used to love Chuck E. Cheese as a kid, so I don't want to believe this just yet. I want actual proof. Now, I'm not a journalist, but I think that it's common practice if you're putting out a story about a company or a person, you need to reach out to that company for a statement. BuzzFeed News did an article about this Shane Dawson video, and when they reached out to Chuck E. Cheese, the representative said, "No conspiracies here, our pizzas are made to order and we prepare our dough fresh in restaurant," which means that they're not always perfectly uniform in shape, but always delicious. I'm gonna reach out to Chuck E. Cheese and see if they can prove that to me and show me how they actually make their pizza. Okay, so I just got off the phone with Chuck E. Cheese. It is 7 a.m. right now. I'm gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm meeting them at 9 a.m. and they're gonna take me to their kitchen and show me exactly how they make the pizza. Okay, we're at the Chuck E. Cheese. I'm pretty excited to just go in because I haven't been in a Chuck E. Cheese in like maybe 17, 18 years. I don't even remember what Chuck E. Cheese looks like, but basically I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get an interview with the representative. He's gonna show me exactly how the pizza's made. So let's do it. Doors are locked. Never mind, we're not doing this video. Oh, there they are.
Hey, Micah, who you'll be meeting with, he's not here yet, but okay. You can just come in and make yourself at home.
Cool, thanks so much.
Come in.
Awesome. I got a whole Chuck E. Cheese to myself. Okay, got a little distracted. I'm out of breath, but Mike is here, so let's go do this interview. Let's get to the bottom of this, figure out exactly how the pizza's made. Have you seen the Shane Dawson video?
I'm really proud of our pizza.
But you've seen it?
I have.
How has it kind of affected you guys? Is there some sort of effect or it's just like a joke?
Our pizzas aren't cookie cutter pizzas.
Yeah.
They're not frozen pizzas. We don't peel plastic off of our pizzas and throw them in an oven. So they're not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Every pizza is hand stretched. Every pizza is hand done.
So I guess what you're saying is that the conspiracy theory is false.
No.
It's just a theory.
Absolutely false.
Okay, so
unequivocally false. There is no way.
So does the pizza making process explain kind of like why the shape is the way it is?
Absolutely.
Can you take me through the pizza
Sure,
making?
absolutely. So our dough starts as a bag of flour and water. We get 80-degree water is what we start all of our dough at. It's 1 part water to 2 parts dough. We add our dough mixture, we mix it for 12 minutes. Then we're gonna take that dough and we form it into individual balls based on sizes. Then that bun gets sheeted out into an actual skin itself. But that doesn't happen for a whole nother day. So the pizza that you're starting today actually started yesterday. When we pull a skin out of the pan itself and put it onto the screen that it's gonna be cooked on, it doesn't necessarily fit all the time. Sometimes it's gonna come to the edge of the screen, sometimes it hangs over the edge of the screen. I don't want it to look perfect. I'm okay with a little bit of wave and a little bit of difference there. Then we're gonna take the sauce, portion out the right amount of sauce, then we add the cheese on. We're gonna do everything based on a chart. We do our pepperonis based on count. Sometimes they're folded over a little bit. Our pizza's all done, so then we're gonna take it and we place it onto the conveyor of our oven. So our ovens are conveyor ovens, but they're called impinger ovens. So the heat source is actually in the back of the oven itself. It superheats air and uses big fans to blow the air out over the top of the pizza, to the top of the pizza and the bottom of the pizza itself. That's really important, right? Because if we were to ever reheat anything, we can't because of health code. If we reheated anything, that hot air on the top, all it's gonna do is burn.
And you guys have no microwaves.
You can't find a microwave in any Chuck E. Cheese kitchen. So we're gonna take our pizza out of the oven. We're using our tongs and our spatula to take it out of the oven itself. We have a pizza chart up at the top that it shows what our standard cut amounts would be. For a large, it's 12 slices, extra large is 16 slices. But when I'm in the heat of the moment and I've got 50 pizzas coming out of that oven and I'm cutting through using that rocker knife from the front to the back, sometimes those pieces are gonna be a little uneven. I'm not getting a protractor in there to try and cut those pieces and make sure that they're at a perfect 22-degree angle for every single slice that's coming out. We don't have time for that.
And then when you guys transfer it, does it kind of shift?
That's the key, right? That's the moment. So we're putting them onto these cool touch trays. A lot of places, like you go to a to-go box and they'll slide it into the to-go box hole and then cut it in the to-go box. That's not how we do it. We cut it on our actual pizza peel itself, cut it through, and then transfer it onto that board. Well, that process, that motion, is gonna move some stuff around. Stuff's gonna jostle. So some of those pieces are gonna slide up and some of those pieces are gonna slide back down. As a convenience, we take a plastic knife and we slide it underneath one of the slices of pizza to make it nice and easy. As that slice gets picked up, it's gonna move that around a little bit. It might move some of the adjacent slices next to it, we can use that to help carry the pizza to the table as well.
And Shane was also talking about like how some of the pizzas, the slices looked like they were glued together with cheese, basically. Why does that look happen?
So our cheese is 100% mozzarella cheese. So there's no starches, there's no binders, there's no any kind of other chemicals. It is literally milk. That's it. It's just cheese. That cheese is still at its melting point at that point. When we pull it out of that 500-degree oven, that cheese is still above its melting point. So if I choose and I cut it and move it around, that cheese still has the ability to melt.
One of the things Shane mentioned in his video was the pepperoni slices. Is there an explanation for that?
Yes. If we pull up the actual slice itself, you'll see that pepperoni's kind of slid down onto the side. It's still the whole thing. It just happens to be there. That's just the way it gets cut.
All right, so now I know the entire process. We made the pizza together. Can we taste test it? Because ultimately all that matters is how it tastes.
Darn right.
Cool.
I love our pizza.
Let's try some pizza. Thank you for doing all this today. This is like our little pizza date now.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
This is genuinely a good pizza, and I live in New York. This is really good. I'm gonna bring it back to the office.
Perfect.
Have a bunch of tasty producers, have a bunch of my friends taste it. Just make sure everyone likes it.
Awesome.
But dude, thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming.
This is incredible.
Anytime.
Even if you told me this was eaten and put it back, I would eat the crap out of it.
Also, some oregano here, so they're
There's some
they're
thought.
giving you seasonings. Cheese.